Hello, it's a nice day in California. I guess yesterday was when I decided to change the name of this channel to the Tinnitus Coach. Someone else also suggested the Tinnitus Sensei, which, do you know what sensei means? It means teacher in Japanese. And, but I don't speak Japanese. However, I speak Chinese. And I thought about the Tinnitus Lao Shi would be the word for teacher in Chinese, but I don't know that too many people would know what that means. So I can't do that. But yeah, it seems like this is pretty much what I'm doing on this channel now, is talking to people about tinnitus from the perspective of someone who has it, who has studied a lot about it, but who is not a professional and is not someone who's trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to sell services. I'm not trying to sell medications or drugs. As a matter of fact, I have one person who was telling me that a drug that I've taken, Zoloft, actually caused their tinnitus. And I know there definitely are some medications that can cause tinnitus. And there's one I took that could have been the cause. I can't remember what it's called, but I should remember. And so it's interesting, you know. But also, there are drugs like Zoloft that have been used for helping people to deal with the anxiety from tinnitus. Now, ideally, we don't need to take drugs. And that's a lot about what I'm trying to do as myself, and also to help other people, is either not need drugs or not need them for long, because tinnitus is definitely something that we can learn to cope with and live a normal life, and maybe go so far as be able to just not notice it hardly at all anymore. And see, that's great when we can reach that point. And I feel like I've done that. So that's one of the reasons I want to share my story. But will I go so far as to say that you don't need drugs? Well, some people definitely don't. But if you're at the point where you can't sleep, that's not good. Like if you're only getting like 3 hours of sleep a night, this is something we can fix. You know, it might take a little while. If you have like really bad insomnia, it can take months before the sleep gets back to a normal amount of hours again. So, you know, this is something that I have mixed feelings about when it comes to drugs, you know. On the one hand, I hope you don't need to take them. On the other hand, I hope that if you are in a really bad spot, that maybe you won't consider them to be something evil, but something that might help you. It took me a lot of thinking and time to think about whether or not I should use, you know, drugs, which I did, because my sleep was just terrible. But now I'm habituated, and now I don't feel I'll need drugs. I'm down to just a little bit of Zoloft because I've been tapering very slowly, and pretty much I'm not using it now. But you know, it's I try not to go too fast, because from what I've read, it's much better to go slow. You know, do you see that right behind me, right there? That's a bird of paradise. Isn't that beautiful? It's the name of a flower, and we have a lot of those here in California. But anyways, I notice things like this now. Where's my finger? Things like this now, and not tinnitus. And I have a nice sound of a waterfall behind me, and there's some beautiful people at the pool. And I'm just sitting here enjoying a little bit today, but I have more work to do today as well. So I didn't have much to say today, but just wanted to keep making videos. And I'd like to hear your thoughts about drugs, and whether it be sleep medication or anti-anxiety or depression medication. And what do you think? What's your opinion? When do we need them? When do we need them? Who needs them? And maybe sometimes people use them too quickly when they could learn to manage without them. So if you got this far in the video, I'd appreciate getting your comment. I'm a person like you, just trying to understand more about this whole, you know, continuum of tinnitus and how it affects everyone. Okay, I'll talk to you next time.